welcome, welcome. As always, please join me in my pleasure, my duty, my honor to present to you the thing that makes everything better. Everything. It is the world-famous, world-renowned, you saw it here first, folks. That's right, the simultaneous sigh. All you need is some goodwill, good faith, justice, bravery, honor, courage. Any single virtue will do. Take your pick. And to be surrounded by this wonderful air that we take for granted. And to take a deep breath in and let it out in synchrony with me. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Powerful. Whoa. Maybe that was a little too powerful. We'll dial it. We'll get it tuned in for next time. We'll dial it back a little bit. Are you okay? Not overwhelmed? I think it gets powerful every time we do it. Oh, man. I think that the polar ice caps just started to heal themselves with that sigh. Yeah. I think we just reversed climate change a little bit with that one. Good work. So this video is part of a series, an ongoing companion, where I share with you my journey down the path of John Vervaeke's After Socrates lectures and the ecology of practices that he suggests. A dialogue and study. So please follow along on the playlist where I compile all of these in sequence. You can find that on the Mindful Before Meaning channel under the playlist tab, the After Socrates Companion playlist. So we'll begin the meditation practice by rocking forward and back, off center forward, off center back, and feel where our center is. Then we'll go side to side, off center left, off center right, like a pendulum, slowly settling to its center point. I like to imagine a column of energy that starts right at the top of my head goes through my spine down, and it pierces the core of the earth, right in the center. My body's, I've felt perfect central alignment with the very earth itself. Then you can do your head, forward and back, side to side. Open up the chest. Relax the shoulders and arms. Relax the face. Relax your belly. So that you may take deep, non-forced belly breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turning your attention now to centering your mind. The center point for your mind being between acute focus and calm, relaxed drowsiness. Centering your attention, centering your attention on this ongoing miracle, which is the present moment. I had to release some more tension from my shoulder, my arms, my neck. Do a quick body scan, breathing breaths of awareness, starting with your toes, to the bottom of your feet and the tops of your feet, your ankle, lower leg, shin, calves, knees, thighs, tops of your thighs, back of your thighs, side, all around up to your sit bones and glutes, pelvis, belly, lower back, abs, upper abdominal, chest, ribs, your lats, your shoulders, the back of your shoulders, the front, your pecs, your upper arms, your lower arms, your palms, the back of your hands, your fingers, and back up, fingers, palms, forearm, upper arm, shoulders, neck, under your jaw, chin, back of your head, cheeks, lips, nose. Relax your face, under your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead, your temples, your top of your head. Your cell phone ringing across the room. Oh, hold on a second. Coming back into your meditation after a distraction, an interruption. Letting go and returning back to present moment awareness. I'm going to do some deliberate breathing now, cyclical sighing, which is a normal, full, deep breath in, and then a sharp, forced second breath, inhale, fill your lungs completely, and then a relaxed release all the way out. A deep, long, natural breath, a sharp, forceful, additional second breath, inhale, letting go, a long, natural, relaxed out breath. Deep in breath. Second sharp inhale. Out breath. This is called cyclical sighing. Pause the video here if you want to continue to meditate on your own. If you'd like to continue a guided meditation There are many resources. Here on YouTube, there are countless guided meditations. I enjoy Jon Kabat-Zinn. If you Google UCLA mindfulness audio, one of the top results should be a collection of professionally recorded guided meditations. I like the one that is the complete meditation instructions. I believe it's 13 minutes long, but they have a wonderful loving kindness meditation as well. I have the first two books that John Vervaeke recommends that will be accompanying me on the rest of the path through after Socrates. It's the Plato's Quotes book. I think that one was $5. And I think this one was $3. Socrates Quotes and Facts. There is a nice image of Socrates with a quote, "I'm not an Athenian nor a Greek, but a citizen of the world." Plato, Xenophon, and Aristotle are the main sources for the historical Socrates. Socrates' father was Sophroniscus, a sculptor, and his mother, Phaenarete, a midwife. I apologize for my Greek. I will endlessly apologize for my butchered pronunciations of Greek and Roman names and words. His wife, Xanthippe, bore him 3 sons, Lamprocles, Sophronicus, and Menexenus. His friend Crito of Alopice criticized him for abandoning his sons when he refused to try to escape before his execution. Some sources say that Xanthippe, his wife, might have been as much as 40 years younger than Socrates. Socrates claims to have been deeply influenced by 2 women besides his mother. He says that Diotima, a witch and priestess from Mantinia, taught him all he knows about Eros, or love, and that Aspasia, the mistress of Pericles, taught him the art of rhetoric. Socrates is known to have been fairly short and generally unattractive. Socrates initially earned his living as a master stonecutter. He took over the profession of stonemasonry from his father, who cut stone for the Parthenon. Shortly before his death, Socrates speaks his last words to Crito. "Crito, we owe a rooster to Asclepius. Please don't forget to pay the debt." Plato was one of the greatest philosophers of his time, and some would say in history. He was born around 428 BC. In 388 BC, Plato founded a school called the Academy. This was the first European university. Plato was an associate of Socrates, another great philosopher. Many years after they were uttered, his words and sayings are very popular and commonly used in everyday conversation by millions of people. This collection of quotes will give you an insight into the mind of Plato and inspire you. Quote 1. A state whose future rulers are the least eager to rule will necessarily be the best governed and freest from strife, and the one with the opposite rulers, the worst. Quote 2. A free man ought not to be a slave in the acquisition of knowledge of any kind. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body. But knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. John speaks a lot about tracking Socrates in the first episode. And he goes on for a bit about animal tracking and how it was a fully immersive, imaginative practice, or at least it can be, where you try to sort of become animated by the spirit of the animal that you're tracking, to embody it to the extent that you can, superficially, sure, but to maybe crawl on the ground, to pause where the animal may have paused, to go low and swift where the animal may have been exposed and vigilant. We're in the middle of a rather extreme winter weather event lately. There's been some snowfall, but there have been very, very cold temperatures. Temperatures dropped all in the Northeast. In North America. I was on a property owned by a family member to take a little retreat to study and to make sure things didn't freeze up, to burn firewood in the wood stove. And I noticed some footprints, some paw prints, more correctly, of some animal, a fox, a coyote, bigger than a cat, smaller than a dog, canine-like paw prints. And it's not too uncommon, but something that I come across infrequently enough that it captivated my imagination and my attention. And then, of course, I thought of John Vervaeke going on about tracking Socrates. So I took a moment to recall all the ways he suggested our ancestors, or today this tradition's carried forward by modern hunters, trappers, fishermen, outdoors enthusiasts, bird watchers, photographers. This idea of tracking. And I followed these tracks, imagining this creature, let's say it's a fox, scurrying along in the fresh, powdered snow, its instincts flaring up as it's busy searching for food so it might have a meal before this cold, extreme weather sets in, and for it to find shelter. It followed along the terrain quite naturally, and then took a sharp right turn towards a little brook. Seemed to have a steady pace, neat little discreet, perfect paw prints, not running, not dragging its paw along in the snow, no streak like it got startled and bolted. I suppose it's worthwhile to track Socrates in this way. To for a time while dealing with this material to take John's suggestion and try to be like Socrates. Just like I was trying to be like that fox while I was tracking it. And this isn't, well, let me put it this way. You know, Socrates was known for some kind of contemplative practice, to stand and think and contemplate for long periods of time. But, as we just heard, he was a stonecutter. So to be vigorous is a part of tracking Socrates. To live a strenuous life. I took in the midst of the Arctic, whatever they call it, what do they call an Arctic blast? The cold air, that weather system that was over us. I took a 5-minute jog in shorts and a t-shirt outside to challenge myself to confront the cold. Not dangerously, but just to get uncomfortable. I think that too can be part of the practices, the ecology of practices. Your occupation, your exercise, weightlifting. Those things too are tracking Socrates. Not just the meditation and the dialogue and the imaginative practice. The study. A professional stonecutter in ancient Greece. That's who Socrates was. Imagine that. What was the level of technology in his day? Was it the Iron Age? No. Anyway, imagine the tools. Certainly it's a extremely physically demanding, laborious task. At any rate, he was not a weak or lazy man. Hard work. That can be part of the tracking. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you for joining me. Please leave a comment in this video, share your thoughts with me, like and subscribe. I love the feedback. I love the support of the views and the subscriptions. Thank you.